Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to do a review of, I don't know if we can focus in on this or not. It's the eXtremeRate backplate and Joy-Con full do-it-yourself replacement kit. And it doesn't include Joy-Cons or any of that kind of stuff. It is actually replacements for the outside of it. So you can kind of customize it, you know, so it can be, in our case, it's going to be like a chrome gold color.
Yeah, it's like plates for your Switch.
So he wanted to mix the Switch up a little bit and do a little something different to it. So we figured we'd do a review on this. So first things first, this is the box that it comes in. It's nothing specific. Obviously it has their name on the front.
Has a couple stickers on it.
It's got a screen on it so it doesn't get scratched in shipping, which is nice. It's sealed.
And it came in another box, a bigger box, so it wouldn't...
Yep.
Especially.
So... let's see. Do we even have a knife? Alright, so now we're going to get to the actual opening of the box. Pretty simple. It only has...
It has 2 pieces of tape.
Yep.
You only need to cut one, though.
Cut one of them.
Because you cut 2...
Yep.
You don't need to cut 2 to open it.
So, what comes in the package?
That's a nice packaging.
Pretty self-explanatory, I guess. You just pop it right out. It does have...
the stand came off.
Yeah, each piece is separate, so when you actually open this, do not do it in an environment that you have tons of things all around you, because there's little tiny Joy-Con buttons and all that stuff. So definitely do it on a table like we're doing or something.
Comes in nice
example.
packaging. Yeah. Nice packaging. I don't know if you can see that.
We'll do a close up on that.
It's really nice packaging. Nice packaging.
Here's a close up of the packaging.
Really nice packaging.
Yeah, everything fits very nicely. Doesn't move around too much. It's got lots of small parts, like I said. So
yeah,
when you're doing this, definitely do it on a table or an environment that you don't have tons of stuff sitting around that you're going to get stuff lost.
Mm-hmm.
All right, looks like you just snap them off. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a review of the unboxing. I mean, it was pretty easy to do. Like I said, it's got one, piece of tape they actually cut. Like I said, it comes with like a little screen protector on the outside, so it doesn't get scratched in shipping, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty clean.
Really nice.
So, all right, now we'll get into actually tearing apart the Switch and putting the case on.
Okay, I'm going to take it out for the first time.
Yeah, I think maybe...
all of them have like white spots.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with the actual...
back.
Do you want to start with a Joy-Con, one Joy-Con, or do you want to start with the actual unit itself?
I think the back would be the easiest.
All right, so let's start with the back. We're going to start with the back first and do the installation of that. So this will be kind of a how-to guide along with what we think of it after we're done.
Yeah.
And we'll guide you through it. One thing I did want to point out before we went and took anything apart was you do have all extra screws and springs. And even if you wanted to, where the air comes in from your switch, you could actually put little grills on it if you wanted to. We didn't. We like it the way it is, but it's a neat little feature. But just in case you strip anything or lose any of these, they do give these to you, which is a huge plus. All right, so once you actually take the back and you pull it off, it comes with a couple screwdrivers, which is excellent. Because most people, I will admit, probably do not have the 3-prong screwdriver.
If you can see that.
Yeah.
I think they're both...
You got a regular hex, and then you have actually a 3-prong.
Yep.
Let's see.
Wait, is the...
Yeah, 3-prong. So the good news is you buy it, and it does come with the tools. I mean, you might have your own. We currently do not, so they come in handy. So all there is to the back of it, to be honest, is the two screwdrivers in the back with the kickstand.
This does come out, so...
Yep. So I would start with that first. I mean, you guys can go ahead and do it in any order you want, but we're going to start with the back first.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take off the Joy-Cons. Move those aside for now. so that we have just the system itself. And we're going to replace it with the gold. So the first thing you want to do is grab your 3-prong screwdriver. You have 4 screws that you're going to need to unscrew. Top right, bottom right, top left, bottom left. And if we could focus in here, there we go. You can actually see it's just the 4 screws holding that piece together. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take those off. There. Taking one out at a time. Now the bottom right. Screws are actually a little bit longer than you think they are.
Yeah, they're pretty long.
There we go. Second one. There's 2 down. Going for the
third one.
Yep. Bottom left.
And then the 4th one.
And last but not least, we'll take this one out. Started ahead of time off screen because it was kind of being a pain. I will admit, though, out of all of these, they were actually not too bad. All right, so the next thing we're going to do after taking out the 4 in the back is we're going to go ahead and switch over to the side and take only the center screw out. So once you get all of those done on each side, go ahead and take the screw out of the top right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that one. All right. As you can see, that screws out. And then there are 2 screws on the bottom that you need to take out. Right here and right here. So we're going to go ahead and take those out. There's one. And there's 2. All right, so now you have the 2 on the bottom out, the 1 on the top, all on the side. Now, underneath here, you have 1 more screw that needs to come out. As you can see, right here, if it wants to focus, you have 1 more screw. So take your micro SD out, and then you need to go ahead and you need to take that screw out right there. All right. Okay. So now once you have all those pieces off, I have a neat little tool right here that we use for cell phones and stuff like that. We've had to repair some screens and stuff like that before. So if you take that and you kind of stick it in there and slide it around up through, you'll be able to easily pull a piece right out beautifully. Make sure you take your Nintendo Switch game out. And you pop it right off. So once you pop it off, that's basically what it looks like. Okay. So now what we really need to do is we need to take these tiny little screws out right here. One there and one there. So we can take this whole housing out. And we're going to replace it over here. And we need to put the housing right here on this one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I might need a smaller... Oh, no, that was perfect. By the way, you'll notice I switched screwdrivers. The screwdriver that comes with it's not so great. We were stripping some screws and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got got a screwdriver that I had in the camper. So I need to take these 2 screws out. And then you can take this whole housing out. Here, hold that. Okay, thank you. Okay. So all I have to do is take the 2 screws out, pull it straight up through.
Okay. Pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're going to take...
Big screw out.
Oh, that's a triple.
Oh.
Unscrew that.
Okay.
So now since we have the piece off, we're going to go ahead and snap this right into here like that. And then we take the screw that we actually took off. And we're going to go right ahead and stick this screw in there.
And screw it in.
Yep. Not too tight because we don't want to strip anything. But just enough where you can see the hinge going.
Yeah. So then...
All right. Then we slide it in.
Yep. Slide it back in.
Snap it into there.
The back.
And go ahead and, give this a whirl. Make sure it's going to go ahead and open and close. And then get your tiny little screws with your main screwdriver, your Phillips head. Get them on there. And screw in this one. Don't want to tighten too much.
And then you get the other one.
Yep. Grab the other one. And tighten it on this side.
Mm-hmm. And then you have your new back.
There.
Complete. You just need to put it on your switch.
Go ahead, pop it open. Make sure it snaps like it did.
Mm-hmm.
Get the little hinge. Perfect, perfect, perfect. A little bit tighter, not too much though.
Tiny bit.
Don't break anything. All right. All right, so another thing that we just noticed is on the top part where your game cartridge actually goes in, you are going to need to actually use the piece that's on here, because we were looking through the items and we do not see, it's all controller pieces and it would have been in the top part and it's not.
Yeah.
So they give you the gold for this, but they do not give
color.
you the gold for this top piece right here.
Or whatever color.
Or whatever, whatever color it is that you get. So you are going to have to take that black piece. So let's unscrew that.
Yeah, there's a tiny little screw right there that you're going to have to unscrew.
Okay. Yep. All right.
And boom.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch this over to here where the game cartridge actually goes. So it slides right onto there. See, it's got like a little hook to keep it in place.
Mm-hmm.
Then the striped side here, you can see how it's got the divots. There you go.
Yeah.
That goes up on the outside. Like so.
And I think for this, you're going to have to drill into the plastic too. No.
Yeah, you'll have to. Yep.
Because
there you go. And they seat right in there very nice. It's actually got 2 grooves on each side. So you'll be able to stick it in there, no problem.
No problem.
Then you go ahead and stick the screw right in.
On your screwdriver?
Oh, yep. So I might want to use the right screwdriver.
There
we go. And like you said, you're going to feel a little bit of a bite because you're biting into new plastic, screwing into it.
Mm-hmm. So don't do it too tight.
You just got to make sure it goes in until it's snug.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah, geez, yeah. Geez, that's good.
All right. So then you can go ahead.
Put the back on.
Yep. Put the back on.
Hopefully you didn't put it back on in the...
Like I said, we didn't know. We thought a gold piece had actually come with that, but that's one thing that does not come with it. You do replace the black.
They might come with some of them.
Yeah, maybe, but it definitely does not come with the gold. So then you go ahead, snap that back on. And like I said earlier, you only need to take out the center piece now. We learned that also.
You don't need to take out the 5.
There is no need to take out all 5 of these. That's just a waste of your time. And then you just do the reverse order of putting everything back together. You take your tiny little screw.
Put it in.
Put it in the top.
And then, good.
And yep, Phillips head. All right. And the 2 bottom pieces. Now these will go in a little bit tough because they're brand new plastic pieces. So you're actually taking the screw and pushing it right into it and screwing it in for the first time.
Yeah.
So it will feel a little weird at first.
Feel a little bit tight.
But
like you're screwing into plastic.
Yep. Exactly what you're doing.
Because you are. Yep. I feel like you're screwing into something because you are.
Perfect. All right. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and stick a little tiny screw back down in here.
That tiny little screw. Tiny little everything.
Yeah.
It's a tiny world.
Okay. Perfect. Nice and flush. All right. So that one's in. And then don't forget the 4 screws in the back. And then we'll cut to having it all back together so we can show you. All right, guys. So we have everything back together now. And as you can see, it looks pretty darn good. So everything's all back together. Like I said, it does have the black game slot, which we didn't know. We thought there was going to be a golden, but you know, whatever. Not a big deal. Hey, so look at that. Beautiful.
No,
beautiful.
Gold
so then we'll get the Joy-Cons done next
video.
In the next video. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you in just a bit.